Well, it's time to have some fun here. From Memorial Stadium, South Lafourche will be taking on the Lutcher Bulldogs. Lutcher will receive the opening kick. Tarpons are in their home blue tops, blue pants, white hats. Lutcher in the all white with the purple trim and the gold hats. For those just tuning in, what's at stake? Tarpons need a win tonight to get an 11th game. For Lutcher, they are playing strictly for seeding.
Score update, got it.
E.D. White and Vanderbilt after one quarter, 0-0. Interesting. And Serrano's kick is a pop-up kick that will go to Cheney at the 18-yard line. And he's got a seam, and look out, 50. Can the Tarpons bring him down? I don't think so. Just as I was telling you that he was a menace to South Lafourche last year, he takes the opening kickoff to the house. And it's 6-0.
And look, he did a great job. He caught the ball. It's like he was just jogging, but he was waiting for his blockers to get out in front, opened up a big hole for him, and he was off to the races.
Waiting for the wall. And that is not the start that Big Blue was hoping for here at home. DeLongville will be the kicker for the extra point try. The holder will be the quarterback, Zach Jenkins. The snap is a little low, gets down, the kick is up, and it is right down the middle. So Lutcher takes the opening kick to the house, and it's 7-0. We'll keep it right here. We just got started. But Brian, we said right before the kickoff that last year number 4 really hurt South Lafourche. Something about those blue jerseys makes him really happy, apparently.
Yeah, and look, they executed the kick return. They got their blocks down and showed some speed.
Yes, indeed. And you brought up the big point of it all, Brian, is that he just read his blockers perfectly. I mean, he was not in a rush, just kind of rode his guys, waited for the crease to open up, and then he took it.
And Coach Young and Coach Sanamo, they weren't too happy.
The kick probably wasn't supposed to go there.
Yeah, right, exactly. I think he kicked it where they didn't want him to kick it.
Now Lutcher will have their kicker, DeLongville. Last year they had a dude that would put it into the stands if there were stands behind the end zone. Like they just had a dominant place kicker. It's my understanding that they don't have as big of a leg this year, but they cover the kicks really well. DeLongville pops one up. It'll be fielded at the 20. It's dropped, and I think the Tarpons fell on it at the 22-yard line. But, boy, that was dangerous. Couple of special teams bugaboos. Tarpons get away with that one, and they'll play a 1st and 10 at their own 23. So Josh Mack will lead the troops out onto the field. Ball will start on the left hash at the 23-yard line. Meathead will be in the shotgun set with Mack. Petrie in motion. He'll be in the slot to the right. Mack has the snap. He'll throw it out to Petrie, incomplete. It was low and at Petrie's feet. Couldn't quite corral it. It was a little tunnel screen and falls incomplete.
Yeah, that was a long pass. Fell just a little short.
Just surveying the field, if Terrence could have broken a tackle, had he caught the pass, he would have had a chance to gain some yards. Trips to the right side. Mack now sending Jarvis in motion. They handed to Dardar. Nice hold. Dardar driving. He's got a 1st down. Golden Moses 1st down. Remember BJ said on play-by-play, he said, hey, we abandoned the run against these guys last year, and then I thought that was a mistake. There, the Tarpons get a big old hole, and they open up a 12-yard gain for a Golden Motors first down.
Yeah, look, that was a big hole created by that offensive line once again.
For the 1,000-yard rusher, Landon Dardar. And we have a stoppage. Landon Jarvis is being removed from the game. And it looks like his arm's dangling. I know Jarvis has some shoulder issues. And I know it pops in and out of socket at times, and I hope it didn't just pop out, and he's frustrated, and I think that might be exactly what happened.
Well, look, for him to come out of the game, you know it's serious.
Yeah. Tarpons are going to get a replacement. Bo Robert will be the new receiver in the game. But we certainly hope Jarvis is okay. 11:20 and counting in the opening quarter. Lutcher housed the opening kickoff. The new receiver, Robert, is almost standing out of bounds on the sideline out there. That's usually a run formation, but the Tarpons don't have a back in the backfield. Now Hughes going in the backfield. And Dre will get the handoff. Nice hole, but he's going to be tripped up. Boy, nice tackle there by number 44 of Lutcher. Get you the ID of that young man. That was Zubinski, a junior. If he doesn't make that tackle, Dre would have got at least 5-6 yards.
Yeah, it looked like they had a good hole, but 44 did a good job of stuffing that one.
And this is kind of the MO in that Lutcher defense. They move quickly. They're very fast. They tackle well. Strong side of the field to the right for the Tarpons, 2nd and 9. Hughes gets it off left tackle, nowhere to go. He's tripped up probably behind the line of scrimmage. That's number 9 on the stop. Number 8, Snowden.
Yeah, there's just nowhere to run on the outside. Lutcher did a good job of forcing the run back to the inside.
So 3rd and 10, the Tarpons got to get it to the 45-yard line. Ball right in the middle of the field. Trips to the left. Hughes in the backfield with Mack. Mack. Shoot it down the field. Caught for a first down. Tarpons work a little curl out. 12-yard gain. That was Pierce with the grab. So in senior day, the senior makes a grab, moves the chains, and the Tarpons are near midfield at the 46.
And again, credit the Tarpon receivers going past the sticks, getting it first down.
Great timing pattern there. Tarpons keep possession, 9:40 and counting in the opening quarter. Back with Hughes. Strong side of the field to the right. Pierce in motion. They'll hand it to Dre. Dre has a seam across midfield, driving, and he's almost got a first down. He does have a first down. Gain of 11 on first down. Tarpons are running it and throwing it with some success. Golden Motors first down.
Jarvis back in the game.
Brian, this has to be very encouraging to BJ, seeing the way that they're opening up the running lanes in the early stages here.
And that's what they're doing, is spreading the field out and got some good angles to run the football.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Mack handed to Dardar. Nice. Oh, 40, 35. Lowers the shoulder. Gain of 15. And another Golden Motors first down. We watched a lot of film of Lutcher. No one has done this, running the ball for 10, 12-yard chunks. The Tarpons are getting close to the absolute fitness red zone with 8:42 and counting in the opening quarter.
Yeah, great start for the Tarpons on offense, and Coach Young is throwing tons of formations at him right now. And Lutcher's is having a hard time stopping the run.
5 receiver set. Dardar in motion. Mack will throw it to the sideline. Caught. Low curl route. Not bad. He dropped it. It came out. Did not survive the ground. So instead of being a 4 or 5 yard gain, it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Tackle made by Ruiz.
The Tarpons overcome the play for no gain.
Timeout on the field. That's Jarvis is in pain.
Yeah, I don't think that Mr. Twin wants him to play right now. He's the one who kind of got him off.
I think we have an issue with the clock.
Okay, yeah. There is an issue with the clock. 8:18. But you're right, Jarvis does look like he's hurting. He is in the tight end set on the right side of the formation. Ball in the middle of the field. Mack waiting on the snap. Comes with the hard count they don't offer. Play clock just down to 17. Tarpons have an eternity to get this thing off. Mack will make some checks at the line of scrimmage. Snap. Play action. Shoots it down the middle hot. It was high. Intended for Petrie. Came out hot, and it was over everybody's head, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Already, this is going to be the 10th play of the drive.
So what the Tarpons have done in this little stretch, they have possessed the ball, run a lot of plays. Frankly, just kind of worn down the defenses that they have played. Here you got a big 3rd down. Got to get to the 22-yard line. Mack has time, shoots it down the seam, caught by Jarvis. Golden Motors first down into the absolute fitness red zone. Down to the 14. Really good timing route there. And the Tarpons move the chains and get it into the absolute fitness red zone.
I look, what a catch by Jarvis, because his shoulder is hurting him, and he went up with 2 hands. That's a tough young man.
E.D. White has struck first blood. They lead 7-0 against Vanderbilt. Tarpons are down 7-0 here, but they have moved it into the absolute fitness red zone at the 15-yard line. 4 receiver shotgun set. Mack hands it to Dardar. Dardar, not a whole lot. He does fall forward, gets about a yard.
Yeah, that time Landon did a good job waiting for his blockers to open that hole. It just never developed.
That is Parquette, Gibson, Sterling. Those big boys in the middle. Sterling's one of the guys getting all them college offers. 2nd and about 9. We'll give him a yard. Petrie in motion. They hand it to Dardar. Better hold this time. Inside the 10 is a flag on the play. Dardar got to the 6, but that's in the area where it's usually bad news for the offense. Yep, and they're already saying it's holding. So that run will come back. It was a gain of 8. That will be negated by the hold, and now it's going to be 2nd and a ton. Ball back to the 24-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and about 18. And we'll see if the Tarpons could overcome the penalty. 6:57 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Lutcher. Lutcher has not run an offensive snap yet tonight. Mack getting his checks from the sideline. Can the Tarpons convert a big play here to overcome the penalty? Mack gets the snap, play action. It's a screen, and it's caught by Pierce, and he's slung down behind the line of scrimmage. The defense was not fooled by that one. That is Snowden who made the tackle.
That was close to being an interception.
Which would have been running for a long time. So now the ball at the 27. They've got to get to the 6, 3rd and 21. It'd be an empty shotgun set. You don't have to get it all here if you're the Tarpons. Just get something. And there's a timeout by B.J. Young. So timeout before the play. Brian, let's talk about this here. It is 3rd and 21. You have run, 12, 13 plays now. 6:04 to go in the opening quarter. What do you think is the message here? I think if BJ's talking to the guys here, it's, hey, yeah, I mean, we would love to get 21 yards, but we'll take a 13, 14-yard gain, too, just to make it a more manageable.
Oh, yeah, what I'm about. It's 2 down, 2 plays here to pick up the 1st down. And look, regardless of the score here or not, you have to come out of this drive with confidence that you're moving the football on Lutcher, which a lot of teams had trouble doing. And early on, you moving the football.
Let's see. We've got over at Morgan City, CCA is leading 7-0 with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Looks like the Lions are in the red zone trying to add a second score there. Told you already, E.D. White is leading Vanderbilt 7-0.
Lutcher's crown got a little bit
better.
Yeah, it did get a little.
It got a little bigger.
It's a little better.
Got a little bigger, no doubt. Here we reset, 6:04 to go in the opening quarter. The Tarpons are in Bulldog territory. They've got to get to the 6-yard line. They're at the 27 because of a holding penalty.
Now you do have, I don't know if the trick plays, I don't know if this is the area to do it.
Does he have a rabbit in his hat? Let's find out. It's an empty shotgun set. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Mack throws it down the middle, hot, incomplete, intended for Petrie. He was under some pressure, and the ball came out high. And now, if you're South Lafourche, it's a situation where you might just want to just throw a go route or something to see if you can maybe get an interference or maybe come up with a miraculous catch.
Yeah, Mack's passes have been a little high. He has a lot of time. The offensive line's doing a good job protecting him. Maybe here, get you the ball to your athlete, Terrence Petrie, let him go to work. 3rd and
21. The Tarpons are going to do a flea flicker, and they'll throw it deep down the field. Appears incomplete, but there's a flag. Now, here's the thing that the home crowd needs to understand. This will not be an automatic first down. This will be a 15-yard penalty, so it's going to be 4th and 6, but it will not be an automatic first down. As pass interference, it will be 4th down. I am correct on that,
yes,
right?
Yes, you are.
And there's going to be a lot of people that will not know that rule, that are used to college and pro, that are going to be frustrated. But high school rules, that is not an automatic first down penalty. It is going to be 4th down and 6.
Mack took a shot at the end of that play.
So they move the ball to the 14. It's actually going to be 4th and about 8. But that is more manageable for Big Blue, no doubt. 4th and 8. Shotgun 5 receiver set. They come with the hard count. Nope, no flag. Mack looking, saying, what the heck? It sure looked like they jumped into the neutral zone. BJ giving his check and his call to his guys. Play clock down to 6. Mack gets the snap. Shoots it down the seam. Intercepted in the end zone. Terrence will take down the defensive back, but Lutcher will get a pick in the end zone. That is number 9 who made the grab for the Bulldogs. And another pass that just came out a little hot from Josh that time. That's Ashton Stark who made the interception. Ball will move to the 20-yard line for the Dogs. So Tarpons drive down the field. Can't finish the drive. The penalty, I think, really stalled out the drive. Tarpons had to go away from the run game.
Yeah, and look, they moved the ball on Lutcher. So your defense got to come do their job. Give the offense the ball back.
Now Zach Jenkins will lead his offense out onto the field. He's in the shotgun. Jenkins, design quarterback run, picking through the line. He's getting a great push after the initial surge, and he'll get about 6. He was hit about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. Thought it would have been a very nice play for the Tarpon defense, but then Jenkins got a big push from his offensive line.
Yeah, design quarterback run. Tarpons had it stopped, but big push.
Jenkins' helmet just came off, so Lutcher will now go to the backup quarterback for one play. So let's pay attention to the exchange here as DeLowville will come into the game. Gets the snap. It's a handoff, bouncing outside. A lot of speed. There's Cheney. Tarpons are going to drive him out of bounds to the 38-yard line, gain of about 10. Now, certain guys just run different. Jalen Coleman runs different. This kid, Trenton Cheney, runs different. It's just a different speed.
Yeah, he looks good running that football.
Yes, he does. Jenkins will be in an empty shotgun set, 5 minutes and counting in the opening quarter. Jenkins is a dual threat. He's going to hustle Cheney into the backfield with him. Now into a pistol. Tarpon sending some pressure. They throw a tunnel screen to the outside, and they got a wall. Cross midfield, tripped up at the 40-yard line. It's a big gain for number 7 out there, Dwayne Winfield. If you're saying, hey, Winfield, that last name sounds familiar. Yep, it is his little brother of the other Winfield that was the quarterback here. Lunch Winfield, who's now at Louisiana Lafayette.
First down, Bulldogs.
CCA just scored, made it 13-0 late in the opening half. Here it's 7-0 Lutcher, 1st and 10. Option play. They pitch it out to Cheney. He's got some blocking on the outside. He's got a first down, gain of about 12.
Yeah, that time they had the Tarpons outnumbered.
Option to Cheney. Remove the chains. First
Jenkins
down,
did a good
Bulldogs.
job. He saw the guy coming. He just pitched it to the pitch man.
Forced out by
Be another
Cheney.
empty shotgun set for Jenkins. He'll flank it back with him. They'll throw a backwards pass. That's going to be caught at the 35, working up the left sideline to the 15, cutting in the middle of the field, and it's going to be a touchdown. Unbelievably athletic run there from Dwayne Winfield. Lutcher showing their athleticism there, dancing in the open field. Winfield got into space. The Tarpons couldn't corral him, and it's 13-0.
5 plays, 80 yards.
That's the scary thing about this team. Last year, Lutcher was, I believe, a round 2 playoff team, and their offense wasn't very good. This year, their offense is very, very good. They've still got the elite defense, and that's why they're number 1 in the sports writer polls right now, as the extra point is up and through from DeLowville. Let's take a 1-minute break. It's 14-0 Lutcher. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for over 30 years. Here at Chris's, we do the prep work so you can be the hero at your house. We have expanded to 4 locations and now serve home-cooked hot plate lunches at our new Highland location. It takes a lot of technology to keep us running. We use Rev Business and have all 4 of their services. If you have multiple locations, Rev is the perfect partner for your point of sale and telephone. Rev Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
All right, welcome back. Lutcher goes down the field and scores. It's 14-0. Here's the kickoff, which will be fielded at about the 15-yard line. Is that Dardar?
Yep.
Getting a block, but being tripped up at about the 20-yard line. This is exactly what B.J. Young said they do. He said, hey, look, they don't put it in the end zone anymore. They pop it up and they just go tackle you. And that's exactly what they did there.
Yeah, that was good coverage there from the Bulldogs. Tarpons starting their second drive.
Yep, right at the 20-yard line. $3:56 to go in the opening quarter. Happy you guys are with us here on Coastal Broadcasting and Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Tarpons are in the gun. Mack with Meathead Dardar. Ball in the middle of the field. Mack will play action, gets it out to Jarvis. Jarvis turning up the field near the sideline, be pushed out. Short gain about 2.
He'll pick up a couple of yards in the play. 2nd down.
Bring up 2nd and 8. It's kind of an extension of a run play there.
Yeah, good, solid play. Picked up 2 yards.
Over in Morgan City, Central Catholic has the ball with 30 seconds to go. They are very deep in their own field position. Down 13-0. And actually, CCA just stopped them, so they're going to have to punt the ball before the half. 3:14 to go in the opening quarter. 2nd and 8 here for Mack and the Tarps. Mack will hand it to Dardar. Hit, falling forward near the 25-yard line. Nice gain. Well, let me say this. More than what I thought he was going to get. He got about 2 or 3. Didn't look like he was going to get anything. So lead to 3rd and 6.
Tackle made by Sterling.
Lutcher's doing a better job this drive here, plugging up the middle.
Sterling on the tackle. Tarpon's got to get to the 31. They converted a bunch of 3rd downs on their first offensive drive. And this is where the Tarpons are hard to defend. Which receiver do you key on? They got so many of them out there. Lutcher's showing some pressure. Here they come. It's out quick, and it's incomplete. Josh had the right idea on the blitz. Get it out to your hot route. The Tarpons did have a hot route. It's a good play design, but it was just wide of Meathead Dardar. Lutcher brought the house there.
Yeah, that was just good defense from Lutcher. And Mac was smart. He saw the pressure coming and just get rid of the ball.
E.D. White has just been answered. Vanderbilt scores at 7-7 there in Homa. Tarpons are going to punt the football away. Snap Dewey. Pop-up kick just towards the sidelines. And, oh, boy, where's that one going to be marked out? They're going across the 45 to the 41-yard line. Very precise. And the Bulldogs will take over there.
42-yard line.
I get the angled punt. I don't know that the coaching staff wanted it to be that angled, but they did get it out of bounds. And this is the trap that you fall into here. This is what last year's game was. You punt deep in your own territory. They get it at midfield. They get a short field. This is where the game could turn, and the Tarpons got to do something to flip this field position.
Watch for Lutcher to go deep.
Cheney in the backfield with Jenkins and a pistol.
Nope.
They handed to Cheney, and he stacked up. Very good job there by the Tarpons. 50 and 45. So Braxton Petrie and Talon Dewey. You know what? It's no gain, but to heck with it. Let's go ahead and say that it is a tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. 103rd Foundation.
And also Tucker Duncan in on the play.
2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10 after the no gain. Lutcher not huddling, but not exactly going quick either. Jenkins gets the call from the sideline, and he would direct traffic at the line of scrimmage. Still in that empty set. Cheney in motion. Jenkins will keep it. Bounce off right tackle. Nice gain. Driving across the first down. Sticks pickup of about 15.
Ball and pick up a first down for the Bulldogs.
Brian, we've been seeing him play for the last couple of years. He played as kind of like a wildcat guy early in his career. And look, he's always been a good player. But you could see that he's just so much more confident leading the offense.
Without a doubt. He had a good read right there, following his blockers.
They're at the 26-yard line. He and Cheney are in the backfield in the shotgun. Man in motion is number 3, Harris. To the left side of the formation, Jenkins will look to throw. Has a clean pocket. Now he steps up, looking to run. He's going to be hit hard and drop just across the 20. Gain of about 7 or so.
Yeah, they tried to catch the Tarpons on a wheel route. It was well covered. And Jenkins just had to tuck it and run.
It'll be 2nd and 3. Lutcher does have to run a play. If the Tarpons make a tackle inbounds, it will probably be the last play of the first quarter with 30 seconds and counting. Cheney in the gun with Jenkins. Cheney will get the handoff off right tackle, and he will be stopped across the first down. Sticks gain of about 7 or so. Boy, he was at the beginning of that play, Brian, almost walking. Yeah. And then he just waits for the line to get that push. Then he hits the hole like lightning. Such a patient runner.
He's behind that big wall, and he's just waiting for his seam.
And I think that'll be the end. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Jenkins is not even near the line of scrimmage. So we've played one. It is 14-0 after one. We'll flip the field. Lutcher's in the red zone. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Want to remind everybody, go.
We have played one quarter. It is 14-0 Lutcher here. The Bulldogs are going to be at the 9-yard line playing a 1st and goal. See if the Tarpons could stiffen up, maybe force a turnover, get something to feel good about here.
Yeah, if they can stop them here, that would be a great swing for the Tarpons.
I want to thank Scott Vignair, the injury attorneys. They fight for the win.
Okay, that was...
I was told that they like when I sing, Brian. You were there when I was told that.
I thought I'd make a noise. I sing.
No one has ever said that they want to hear you sing, but they did tell me that they want me to sing.
Well, you got some smart people out there.
South Lafourche Bank, your true hometown bank since 1967. 1st and goal for Lutcher. Cheney in the backfield with Jenkins. It is a quarterback run, bouncing to the outside, and he's in. So Lutcher adds a score, and it'll be 20-0 pending the extra point try. Mr. Andre Adams, what are you seeing on the field?
A lot of views, extra point is good.
Very good. There's Mr. Andre Adams doing a good job there. The extra point was good. We'll keep it right here. We just had the quarter break. But Brian, I didn't even think about it like that. If they would have called what we thought was an offside penalty, it would have moved the chains and kept that drive going.
Yeah, and look, the officials had, they're on each side of the line, so they got a good look at it. It just looked from up here that he was going across and he turned his body sideways.
Like the Matrix. He avoided the...
And maybe he didn't cross when he turned, but I don't see how he didn't make contact with the offensive lineman for the Tarpons.
We'll see if the Tarpons can find their offensive mojo again. They had a promising drive, then kind of sputtered out their second drive. Lutcher got the short field. Deloville will be kicking it away. And folks who are watching on YouTube, I love, just watch this right here. Watch the way White runs down the field and covers this kid. As I say that, the Tarpons are probably going to house this one, but that's just the way it works. As they kick off to the sideline, fielded at the 15-yard line. And there you go, Terrence Petrie cutting down the middle. He's hit hard at the 35, so Terrence does get about a 20-yard return.
That was a good return by Terrence. They thought he was going to go start continuing to get to the outside on the sideline, planted that foot and turned up for extra yards.
So the Tarpons take over there. And Mack and Dardar will be in the backfield. Tarpons have a 4-receiver set. Most of the wide receivers are almost out of bounds, which usually is a run formation. Mack will hand it to Dardar. Picking through the line, falling forward. See, it's little plays like that are why I think Dardar is going to be a Saturday player. Brian, there was nothing there. He just kind of turned his body, fell forward, stretched the ball, and got 3 yards. Like little things like that are as important as the 30, 40-yard runs, but it keeps you on schedule.
And look, next year he's going to be bigger, faster, stronger, falling forward. He's going to be a force.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
44 and 36 for Lutcher made the tackle.
Sasan Betai, 44. That's Zubinski. What was the other number?
36.
36 is Gibson. 2nd and 7. Mack shoots it down the middle, hot, and a high hit on. Yeah, I was about ready to say I was waiting on a flag. A high hit on a defenseless receiver. That's one that the officials are looking to get rid of. But poor Jarvis can't catch a break today, huh? He gets injured early in the game there. He gets leveled high. That's going to be unnecessary roughness, hitting a defenseless player. Yep. As the call is helmet-to-helmet hit, and that would be an automatic first down and a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, I think it's a good call by the official.
I want to thank one of the folks watching this game for sending us a score update at the half. Vanderbilt and E.D. White are tied 7-7.
You know, just like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, that would not have been a penalty.
No, and look, what you told us that you heard from an official, and this was a couple of years ago, that the hit where the crowd goes, ooh, that's the one they're trying to get rid of.
Yeah, and look, that's why sometimes officials throw the flag late. They see it, then they hear ooh, and they throw it.
It will be across midfield. Now Tarpons will take it. Golden Motors first down. 5 receiver set. Matt gets the snap. It's a design quarterback. Hearn's got a big hole. Driving across the 40. The ball comes out. They're going to rule him down. Tarpons recovered it anyway, but Mac will get across the 30. Or it's going to be across the 40 to about the 39. Heck, they'll put him in the 38. It's getting about 9. Lutcher's been running that play, so BJ said, hey, right back at you. We'll run our quarterback.
Tarpons may have caught a break. The official was getting ready to stop it because I don't think he was set before they snapped the ball.
2nd and 1. Tarpons will actually be under center in a single back. This is a backwards pass to Pierce, who's going to throw a bomb down the field. Incomplete. He had Dardar open. BJ goes with the trick play. It was there. It would have taken a perfect throw, and it was just a little long. Hey, 2nd and 1. Not a bad spot to try it.
No, not at all.
Now you can maybe just kind of run it and get the first down ideally. But it will be 3rd and 1 now for the Tarps. Mack in the gun. Snap, handed off to Dardar. It will be a first down, and he dropped it to 35. So Golden Motors first down. Pick up of about 3.
How about that score, Coach Rogers?
34-21 in the second quarter. Carr leads Rummel. You think there's some college scouts and everything in attendance there?
Dropping on the left side, that is Bourgeois.
They asked Brian Kelly today about the Rena-Tiger, and I'll tell you his response after this 1st and 10 play. Hughes is in the backfield. Matt gets the snap, shoots it down the sideline, caught by Petrie, driving near the 20-yard line. Oh, that's Pierce. I've been getting number 1 and the number 3 confused all year. I apologize for that, Pierce. That is a Golden Motors first down. Gain of about, 16 yards. But back to the Brian Kelly story, they asked him, hey, are you in favor of the live tiger? And he said, I just like tigers. And he left it at that, kind of give it a rise smirk. It doesn't sound like he's too crazy about the idea of the Rena-Tiger either.
No, his answer should have been next question.
1st and 10 from the 20. In the Absolute Fitness red zone, Hughes, nice hole, falls forward near the 16. Gain of about 4.
About 4 yards in the play. 2nd and 6.
Good hole again. Offensive line is doing a great job up front.
For the Bulldogs.
And so Georges, Kale,
Bourgeois,
the lot, and who are we forgetting?
Georges? You said Georges?
Wells. 2nd and 6. Mack shoots the tunnel screen, caught, but breaking a tackle, cutting up the field and getting across the 15. That is Pierce again. Thought he was going to get stopped for a loss. Did a good job breaking a tackle, making a man miss, and he ended up picking up about 2 or 3, which will set up a 3rd and about 4.
Again, we said it all year. The receivers do such a great job catching the ball and gaining positive yards.
And I know it's going to sound like Homer talk because the score's 21-0. No one has moved the ball in Lutcher like this. The Tarpons have gotten this ball from their 20 to the Absolute Fitness red zone. This is the 2nd time this game that they do this. Now you just got to start finishing some drives. 3rd and 3. Mack with Dardar. Mack's got the snap. Shoots it to the sideline. Caught by Jarvis. Did he get the first down?
Yep.
I think he did. That is a Golden Motors first down.
A little second effort will be a Tarpon.
Oh, we have a scoreboard update that's going to make people in gray very nervous. East St. John 20, H.L. Bourgeois 14. If H.L. Bourgeois loses that game, I think they would still be in, but boy, how they say that, too close for comfort.
Yes.
1st and goal here for the Tarpons.
And look, East St. John getting confidence. Didn't they win last week? Their
They
first
did.
win?
They beat Carver. 7:26 to go in the second quarter. Ball in the right hash. Mack gives it to Dardar. He'll fall forward about the 6. Gain of about 3.
Handoff to Meathead.
The Lutcher defense, it's worth noting, has not given up points to anybody in district except E.D. White.
Sterling on the tackle.
See if the
for
Tarpons
Bulldogs.
could break the ice here and punch one in with 6:55 to go in the opening half. This is the second time that the Tarpons work it into the red zone. Second and goal from the 6-yard line. Strong side of the field to the left. Play action. Under pressure. They will shoot it out to the flats to Jarvis, who's hit hard and drop. Tackle for a loss. A vicious tackle by number 9 of the Bulldogs.
Good stop by number 8 for the Bulldogs.
Number 8, Snowden.
Yeah, Jarvis is getting up a little slow.
Poor Jarvis has had a rough night. He's the guy who was targeted. He's had some shoulder issues. He caught a high pass, which I'm sure hyperextended that shoulder even more.
Did they ruled it complete?
Yeah. They said he caught it and got tackled. They moved the ball back to the 8. How about the 7? So loss of about a yard. Destrehan leading Thibodaux 34-7.
Ooh.
Tarpons are going to call their second timeout with 6:01 to go. We'll keep it right here. I think BJ is going to try to dial up one of his best plays, one of his plays that he's most confident with here.
Yeah, I mean, they got 2 downs to get it. You don't think he would go for a field goal.
Lutcher has been bringing just hella pressure, which makes me wonder, do you have any type of let them in, throw it over their head, screen pass type things? I don't know. It just becomes a big chess match, I guess.
But Coach Young's doing a great job calling these plays because they're giving the receivers a lot of cushion. He's taking what they're giving them, and, 4, 5, 6 yards, get it to them. Sometimes they can break a tackle. But that last play, the guy from Lutcher just made a good play. He closed really hard to the ball.
One thing Terrio do in Terrio, we make insurance easy since 1956. Advanced Eye Institute, make the right call. Get your eyes checked by Dr. Darby Chasson today. Maritime Safety Solutions, providing service to the marine industry in a wide variety of fire safety equipment. Dufresne Building Materials with 8 locations to serve you. Go Tarpons. Lady of the Sea General Hospital, compassionate medicine close to home. Golden Motors, where price is priority. Absolute Fitness, a health and fitness center open 24/7, 17092 West Main Street in Cutoff. And Ashley Barrios, State Farm, for all of your insurance needs. Third and goal here. Empty set, Mack. Looks down the middle, and it is incomplete, but a flag is on the play, and it is going to be pass interference. And the Tarpons are going to have the ball at, I believe, the 2-yard line after the foul. They were trying to get it to Pierce. It fell incomplete, but I think they're going to pop. Very good.
Against the Bulldogs.
Coach Jenkins has called a timeout for Lutcher. He's not very happy.
You think this is a, hey, let's talk to the officials timeout?
Yes.
That's sure what it looks like. He's on the numbers and he wants the white hat. So, yeah, this is going to be a timeout. And, yeah, Coach Jenkins is not thrilled. But it will be a first and goal from the 3-yard line. I said the 2 from the 3.
Yeah, not happy camper.
He's not a fun finder. What would you call your crew there?
Oh, yeah, fun finder.
He's not having a fun finder timeout right now with the.
This is not a fun finder timeout.
So he uses one of his 3 timeouts just honestly to let the white hat know his dismay with the interference call. And it will be first and goal. Actually put the ball at the 2.5-yard line. I was wondering. I said it was go with the 2, then it looked like the 3. They put it in between the 2. Is that a half the distance to the goal?
Probably so, yeah. I
Yeah.
think so. I think it is.
Let's see if the Tarpons could jam it in. They're going to start off in this I-form set. And BJ Young is talking to his offense. Yeah, he wants his offensive line to reshuffle. They do get in position. I form set. And it's a fumbled snap. It ends up in Jarvis's hands, and he's tackled. The Tarpons caught a break there. Mack looked like as he was getting the snap, it just kind of popped up in the air and ended up right in Jarvis's hands. The Tarpons catch a big break there. And it ends up being no gain, but ultimately you keep possession, which is the most important thing.
And Jarvis took a huge hit from number 0.
So second down. That's the down marker says fourth down. Was it not a first? Yeah, maybe this is fourth down. But the pass interference might not have been an automatic first down. Mack will throw it into the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Petrie. And yeah, that was fourth down. I apologize, y'all. That was not an automatic first down on the interference. So that run play was third down. The pass play was fourth down. The Tarpons will turn it over on downs. My sincerest apologies there.
And look, when you're playing Lutcher, you just can't have a mistake like that. Coach Rafe really hard on the sideline.
Volleyball second round playoffs Saturday at 12:30.
So Lutcher will take over 1st and 10 from their own 3.
We played against St. Elastica.
Jenkins waiting on the snap. He's got it. He hands it to Cheney. Cheney looking to bounce outside. Uh-oh. He gets rolling. 20, 25, 30. Can the Tarpons bring him down? He makes Hughes miss. Dancing around, cutting across the field. My goodness. Across midfield, the Tarpons do finally stack him up at the 44-yard line. That is a highlight run there from Trenton Cheney. And Lutcher gets out of the hole in one play with 4:57 to go in the half on a big run from Trenton Cheney.
Edwards in number 4.
Big 6-yard run. No.
From the 3 to the 44. 1st and 10. Wide snap gets down. The tailback has a huge hole. 35. Brought down to 25. That's number 10, the new ball carrier. Jamilian Joseph, a sophomore. Remember when I said they got all nothing but seniors? Well, then the sophomore didn't look too bad running the ball there. As Lutcher has it to the 24-yard line, 4:22 to go and counting. They're on the ball quick. They'll hand it off to the tailback again. This time the Tarpons will rally and get them down after a short gain. That's Joseph again on the carry. Second down and 7. Quick snap. Jenkins under pressure, shoots it down the middle, and it's caught. Very nice catch by number 1, Marcel. At the 5-yard line. Boy, the Tarpons had great coverage there. That was just a really good pitch and catch. And it's 1st and goal for Lutcher with 3:50 and counting. They're on the ball quick again. Jenkins will keep it. And he's going to be stacked up short of the end zone. Started at the 5, ends up at about the 1.5, so they do gain some yards. Lutcher again staying in this no-huddle, quick offense, trying to wear down the Tarpons.
2nd and goal.
There's the snap. Jenkins keeps it again, and he's in. So a little last-second surge. There was not much of a push that time, but Jenkins just at the end extended the ball out, gets it into the end zone, and it's 27-0 with 3:22 to go in the opening half.
From the touchdown.
Had a player down. He's back up. 44. Is that a Duncan?
Yeah. Extra point is up, and it is good. Lutcher goes right down the field in not a whole lot of time. Let's take a 1-minute break. Tarpons are going to have another possession when we get back down 28-0 here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Onside kick.
Lutcher gets on the football. Oh, and it's a surprise onside kick. And oh my goodness, they've got a wall. They're going to recover it at the 45-yard line. The Tarpon first line was going back on the kick, and Lutcher popped them with it there. And boy, you think they smell blood in the water. They got the ball in great field position. Tarpon defense is to go right back out there.
Look, great execution. They called the Tarpons front line just backing up.
They probably saw that on tape from some of the earlier kicks. Jenkins will be back out there with Cheney in the gun, strong side of the field to the right. Jenkins will keep it, riding his blockers, trying to bounce outside. He's going to be tackled short of the 6, gain of about 8, down to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, Lutcher right now, their offensive line, they're winning the battle up front. They're just getting a better push.
2nd and 1. They hand it off to Cheney. He's hit hard and just drives to about the 30, gain of about 6. Does get a first down. Who's the guy who laid that stick? Was that a Rougeau? First guy there? Maybe 45. Or
down the way.
Yeah, boy, they met him head on there.
50. Braxton Petrie, I believe.
2:40 and counting. Lutcher trying to score right before the half. Low snap. Jenkins under some pressure. A lot of air under this one, and it's caught. My goodness. I thought it was going to be an interception by Terrence Petrie. Instead, it's a one-on-one, and Cheney goes up and just kind of pulls it away from him at the 3-yard line. Boy, I thought that was going to be a turnover. Instead, it turns into a big play, and now the Bulldogs will play a 1st and goal from the 3.
Look, Terrence was in good coverage. He was right there. It's just their athlete against our athlete, and Lutcher just won that battle.
I really think Terrence got his hand on it first, too. It just felt like Lutcher just pulled it away. Play action. Jenkins will float one up into the corner of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Very nice pitch and catch. That's number 8, Randall, who brought that one in.
Touchdown, Rashad Sterling.
And it is 34-0. My apologies, that's not 8, that's 0. Rashad Sterling who caught it. So the Bulldogs are flexing their muscles, and they're showing us why they are who they are. We await the extra point try from DeLowville. And it is up and through. So with 2 minutes exactly to go, we'll keep it here. It's 35-0. And, man, the extra possession for Lutcher turns into gold. And Lutcher is threatening to make this a short evening for all of us, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it could be. But, look, Tarpon's going to continue to fight. Just
got to finish drives, man. You punched into the red zone.
And, look, on defense, Terrence was in perfect position. Just they got some dudes on the other side.
So the Bulldogs will be kicking it away.
You got to tip your cap to Coach James. I mean, they on special teams here, they found a weakness.
Yep. Now that front line's going to have to be aware of it again. And look, the placement on the kick by DeLowville was really good. He put it just beyond 10 yards. They went and they got it. It's the kick. It's going to bounce at the 15-yard line right at the feet of Petrie. Picks it up across the 20. He's going to shimmy and shake his way to about the 30. He's slung down there, so the Tarpons will play a 1st and 10 from the 30.
Terrence Field will return. They'll bring the ball to the 30-yard line. Tarpons will start out there. Want to remind everybody, for halftime, go get your half and half tickets. Only during halftime will pull the name.
Tarpons have 152. 2 timeouts, I believe.
Yeah, 152. 1st and 10 for the Tarpons at the 30-yard line. 5 receivers set. 4 receivers are out to the left side of the formation. Mack gets the snap. Shoots it deep to the sideline.
Open.
Jarvis is there, brings it in around midfield. So that's about a 20-yard pitch and catch. Let's give him a blue boot bomb. Let's give him a Golden Motors first down. Let's go ahead and say that last kickoff was brought to you by PMC Insurance. We'll see your boy Philly C. Chabert.
Jarvis wide open on that last play.
Ball at midfield, 1:30 and counting. The Tarpons have used a couple timeouts. Matt gets the shotgun snap, steps up. Looking down the field, he'll throw it across his body to Jarvis. Good catch. Brings it in near the 35-yard line. Boy, that was a really good job by Josh Mack, evading the rush, keeping his eyes down the field, throwing on the run. Dead strike to Jarvis.
Yeah, that's just a great job. He bought more time. Offensive line still doing a decent job up there, giving him time to throw the football.
Time becoming an issue, 1:07 and counting. The next snap will be inside of a minute by the time the Tarpons get everything situated. Mack waiting on the snap. Ball on the right hash. He's got it. Has time. Shoots it down the middle to Jarvis again. Jarvis has a first down. Will go down to the 24. 51 seconds to go. The clock will stop to reset the chains. South Lafourche again moving the football. Can they finish a drive? The clock has restarted. 45 seconds and counting. Mack waiting on the snap. He's got it. Has a little time. Pump fakes. Gets it out, and it's tipped up, and it's picked off. How far are they going to run? 30, 40, midfield. This might be a house call, and it is going to be a house call by number 28 of the Lutcher Bulldogs. Takes it all the way to the house. That is Tayshawn Jones. Look, I give all those boys on the South Lafourche side so much credit. They were busting their butts trying to tackle him, sprinting down the field. But just a little tough luck there.
Look at Truck go. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10. Can he make it? He's touchdown. Truck declared.
Lutcher will attempt the extra point with 18 seconds to go in the half. The snap is down. The kick is up. It is a line drive. It is right down Broadway. And, folks, the clock will not stop again tonight. 18 seconds to go in the opening half. BJ's upset about something. Did he maybe think there was some contact before? I honestly, to be honest with you, I thought that there was a blindside block, a pretty blatant blindside block on the interception. I don't know if that's what he's upset about. But it's just been one of those nights for the guys in blue, man. They've moved it. They've had some success. But every time they have gotten close, they have just taken a shotgun and fired it straight into their cleats.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, the ball was tipped, and don't you know, Lutcher had a guy right in back to play
with a wall. Now, you would figure after this kickoff with the running time, the half would be over. I wouldn't think the Tarpons would even have time to do anything. But we'll see. It's the kick. It's a wobbly line drive kick that will be fielded by Petrie at the 15. Trying to get outside. Gets a good block from Dardar. Driving to the 30. And the clock's actually going to stop with 10 seconds to go. Is running time only the second half, maybe?
No. There you go.
Yeah, that's it. So that'll bring us to halftime with our score, Lutcher 42 and South Lafourche 0. We'll take it to the lockers. And we'll take a 3-minute break with the Bulldogs up big at the half. Brian and I will talk about everything going on here, plus some scores around the area and more. Lutcher on top big. We'll be back in 3 minutes on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for over 30 years. Here at Chris's, we do the prep work so you can be the hero at your house. We have expanded to 4 locations and now serve home-cooked hot plate lunches at our new Highland location. It takes a lot of technology to keep us running. We use Rev Business and have all 4 of their services. If you have multiple locations, Rev is the perfect partner for your point of sale and telephone. Rev Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
CCA has added another score. They're up 3 scores over Central Catholic in the second half, looking like they're going to win the district championship.
That E.D. White Vandy game is going to be a great game to go back and watch.
And Brian,
Rain, huh?
I say the umbrellas tell me it has started to rain. Just what we needed, right?
Yeah.
And my weather app tells me that there's no reason, as the kick is fielded by the Tarpons at the 35-yard line. My weather app tells me where the blue dot. Where is their perspiration? There is not any.
No.
This is scientifically impossible what we're seeing right now. Either that or my app is wrong, one or the other.
Yeah, because you're not wrong.
Of course not.
I mean, looking through the lights,
Yeah, it doesn't look
it's
like
really light, if anything. Come on, toughen up out there.
I was about ready to say the fans need to be tougher than that. 1st and 10 for the Tarpons. The clock is running. It is already down to 11:18.
If I feel one drop, I'm closing this window.
Mack and Hughes will be in the shotgun. Mack will hand it to Dre. Dre will pick through the line and get maybe a yard. We were wondering what Lutcher might do. Okay, they got the big lead. And, it is running time, and they're going to be one of the top seeds and all that mumbo-jumbo. They do still have their ones out there.
Start game by Hughes. The 2nd and 9 for the Tarpons.
And I really believe, Brian, as the rain is starting to come down now.
No.
I really believe, Brian, that part of that is that bye week, like we talked about. Mack gets a high shotgun snap, and I think it'll be a false start before maybe a
Got a flag on the play.
Yep.
yeah something there where the timing looked a little off.
Yeah, the clock is stopped.
Don't know why. Now it's gonna roll. You know what? If this, as it's not rolling, the white hat wants it to, but if this officiating crew is going to stop it and start it for like penalty yardage and common sense, I think that's the right execution of running time. It's like when it rolls through possession changes, that's just foolish. Mack hits the shotgun snap, shoots it down the middle to Pierce, or excuse me, to Jarvis, makes the catch at the 42-yard line.
I think the officials have done a remarkable job this year. If I had one criticism, it would be for all the get on the same page about running time.
Yeah, everybody does it different.
Yeah, it's different. It needs to be consistent.
3rd and 4 for the Tarpons here. E.D. White has just moved the ball to the 1-yard line, by the way. So they are approaching taking the lead, perhaps. 3rd and 4 here. Mack has the snap. Shoots it deep down the field, and there's only a defender there. It falls incomplete in the vicinity of number 21 for the Lutcher Bulldogs. Let's shout out that young man. That is Jace Ferrygood.
Yeah, I think it's just a miscommunication there. It's 4th down for the Tarpons.
Lutcher shuffled some personnel. They dropping a deep safety. They think Mack is going to punt the ball maybe. I don't think he is. That's not usually the depth whenever he punts the football. He's usually a little deeper than that. I think the Tarpons are going to just run a play here. Well, he did drop just a little deeper. Now he comes in a step. Let's see. He's got the snap. He'll shoot it to the sideline to Terrence. Terrence will make a man miss. He's got the 1st down and more. Across midfield, cutting inside, and he's going to go down to the 45. That's a Golden Motors 1st down. Tarpons will keep the drive alive.
That's a good job by Terrence. Once again, getting yards after contact.
There's one thing we know. He is going to be tough as nails in the right spots.
I'd like to see if they go back and stat how many yards or how many tackles he broke through, or they missed tackles on him.
Yeah, that would be a really interesting stat. 8:18 and counting in the 3rd quarter, 42-0. Here's the snap. They hand it to Dardar. Nice hole, falling forward across the 40 to about the 37. Good job by the offensive line opening up a hole. Meathead gets about 8.
Yeah, it was a good hole. Tough run again by Dardar.
So the Tarpons have worked it into Lutcher territory for the 4th time today. Now, can they finally put a couple of points on the board? That'll be the question. 2nd down and 3. Hughes in the backfield with Mack. They're going to hand it to Dre. Dre's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and slung down. Pretty much no gain. In fact, already lost a yard.
Yeah, that was just a missed assignment right there. He came in untouched.
Gibson, the Bulldogs.
Still manageable third down.
3rd and 3.
So E.D. White punches it in.
Yeah, they did. E.D. White did score. Third down and 3. He'll hand it to Dardar, lowers his shoulder, but he is stacked up behind the line. So a good surge there by Lutcher.
It'll be 4th and 5.
4th and 5 will be coming up for the Tarps. You figure if they win for it in their own territory, they're going to go for it here. That was Carter Ruiz, by the way, on the stop for the Bulldog. Tarpons got to get to the 35-yard line. Mack in an empty set. Waiting on the snap. They come with the hard count. Don't get the whistle. There was a little flinch there, but I don't think anybody got into the neutral zone.
Man to man, and they coming.
Yeah, they are bringing the house. Does he have a hot? BJ's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Tarpons. If you have your half and half ticket, go ahead.
6:16 to go in the third quarter. This second half is going to breeze on by.
$538. $538 and off
Half
the
and half,
bottom is
$538, and we're rooting for Miss Rossworm here, right to our right.
Here we go. Here we go. Good vibes. Good vibes.
Before we announce the number, we'd also like to announce our student with the most.
They're keeping us in suspense. They said they would announce the number, but they're not.
And we got a new down marker.
Oh,
old one, should I say.
No.
Should I say an old one?
We had plumbing issues. We had electrical issues in the box, and now Truck's fancy down markers.
1720. If you're the winner, raise your hand.
Raise your hand.
I mean, if it's that easy, yeah.
All right, do we have a winner?
The things we do to have fun in a 42-0 ball game.
We have a winner.
4th and 4 for the Tarpons as play will resume.
So that's by Church. Congratulations.
Tarpons at the plus 39, trying to pick up a key first down. The clock will roll once the ball is whistled in play. Mack in the gun, strong side of the field to the right. Mack gets the snap, rolls out to the right. To the sideline. It's caught by Petrie. He might house it. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Terrence Petrie showing why he should be a first-team All-District wide receiver. He is already a record-setting wide receiver, adding to his single-season tally. That is the 10th of the season for Terrence. Looks like the Tarpons ride is going to end here tonight. But there's no denying that Terrence Petrie had an unbelievable season.
Oh, yeah, look, when he caught it and broke a tackle again.
Yair Torres to attempt the extra point tries. The Tarpons become the second team in the district to score in Lutcher. Yair's kick is wobbly and no good. It was 42-6 to score. We'll keep it right here because with the running time, the third quarter is going to be over before we know it. Brian Tarpons finally finished a drive, Bubba. They get down the field, punch it in.
Yeah, look, got the ball to Terrence. Breaks the tackle, boy. How many tackles he broke?
I can't wait to watch him play basketball. And we have just been told that Terrence has broken, how about this for a junior, has broken the career receiving yards record with that touchdown and has tied the career receiving touchdowns record with that touchdown.
With a year to go.
With a year to go. So, yeah, I think he might set a mark next year that might not get broken for a while. E.D. White just got a big interception, and they are deep in Vanderbilt territory looking to drive the stake in against the Terriers. Serrano will be kicking it away. Keep it away from 4. I don't even know if 4 is in the midfield. Yes, he is. He's out there at the 15-yard line. There's the kick. It's a little wobbly kick that'll be fielded at the 40. Young man just falls to the turf. That's number 9 for the Bulldogs. That's Ashton Stark. And Josh Mack with that last touchdown for South Lafourche tied the single-season passing touchdown record, which that's a Bobby Hebert record. That's a 15-game record. Josh tied it in 10. So very impressive. Good stuff from Josh. Clock running, 4:36 and counting. Lutcher still got the ones out there, Bub. I hate to beat a dead horse. I really think this is because of that bye. They don't want to get rusty. They'll hand it to Cheney. Cheney has a nice hole across midfield. The Tarpons are trying to tackle him. Emphasis on the word try, as he's driving forward to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 30. And a really nice play.
Yeah, look, Coach Jenkins has to worry about his team, and they got playoffs to worry about. And with a bye week next week, you got to get you guys some work.
Sorry, Res Dewey.
Res Dewey made the tackle for the Tarpons. 3:50 and counting in the third.
1-1 at the top.
Jenkins will hand it to the tailback, number 10. Falls forward across the 30 to about the 26. That's Joseph on the carry. They're starting to sub a few out. They're getting a lineman or two here or there.
Yeah. Just watch their receivers downfield blocking.
That's championship stuff, brother. We saw the Lutcher team that won the state championship 2 years ago. And I'll make a point after this 2nd and 6 play. Quarterback keeper Jenkins riding the blockers. He's going to be hit near the 20 and still driving to about the 16. And you're right, Brian.
Number 7, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say a late flag comes in. Those receivers that we were just talking about maybe got a little too overzealous blocking.
Yeah, Fisher caught him.
Personal foul on Lutcher. That's on Winfield. That's a good call by the officials. But to the point I was making, okay, Lutcher this year doesn't have that one guy like Lunch Winfield when they won the championship. But I do think in some respects,
they're taking him out of the game.
I think in some respects, Brian, that they have more weapons, a more diverse offense. Everything was Winfield on that championship team. This year, they got some different guys they could go to.
Yes.
I think that makes them tough, especially with the defense that they play.
Now, Coach Jenkins is not going to like this penalty here.
Nope. Brings it back. It'll be 2nd and 11. Jenkins sending a man in motion. It's Stark. Quarterback keeper. Jenkins off the right tackle inside the 20, 15, 10. Hit at the 5, dropped at the 3. Jenkins with a good, strong run, gain of about 30.
Just a great read by Jenkins. He saw the defense collapse, pulled it, and
keep the ball in.
At the last second, he pulled that ball out. 2:25 and counting in the third quarter.
First and goal on the 2-yard line.
Joseph in the backfield with Jenkins. Will he hand it off or will he keep it? Let's see. He is going to keep it off left tackle, and he's going to get in. So a touchdown for the Lutcher quarterback, Zach Jenkins, and it's 48-6. Bulldogs add another one to their tally. Extra point try will be coming up. Clock continuing to run, 1:30. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Good kick. It's 49-6. And this is what I like that this crew is doing that the others in running time have not this season. Like, Possession change, hey, stop it. Let's not lose 2 minutes a game subbing guys in and out.
And I really think that's how it should
yes, 100%. But that's not how we've seen it this year. We've lost minutes and minutes of time. Luke, there's 1:18 left in the third quarter, and with the running time, we're about ready to get to the third quarter break. So in just a second, we'll take it, but we'll keep it right here just for the time being. Bulldogs will kick it away. Here is the kick. It is another wobbler towards the sideline. Dre will get under that one at the 15. Dre will try to turn the corner to the outside, gets to the 30, lowers the boom, and dropped at the 32.
Across the 30-yard line.
Well, EDY was inside the 10, and they did not score. Vanderbilt has the football. There is a flag at the 30-yard line, and it's unsportsmanlike conduct on South Lafourche. Didn't see what happened there, but it is going to be.
They had two guys that were kind of tangled up at the end of the play.
And the personal foul penalty against the Tarpons.
So with 40 seconds to go, Tarpons will have their kick return negated.
Coach Jenkins is not very happy.
What can he be upset about? They're winning 49-6. Clock is running. The Tarpons actually don't have to snap it, but they will. They're already on the ball. Matt gets the snap. Shoots it down the middle, incomplete. That is one where Jarvis is probably, not going to lie, probably pretty happy that one was high because he was about to get leveled.
Yeah, and 28 did a good job of not going hit.
Yeah. That's the end of the third quarter. Let's bring it to a 1-minute break. It's 49-6 Lutcher. We got one more quarter in our season left to go here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Got it too loud? Or?
Not loud enough, boss man. 2nd and 10. Mack will hand it off to Dardar. Dardar with a big surge. Driving 30, 35. Makes a man miss 40. Driving to the 45. He gets a big surge.
First down, Tarpons.
That's a Golden Motors first down.
Big hole, great run again by Dardar.
Yeah, look, he's going to be flirting with a 100-yard day again. Clock continues to run. Tarpons are approaching plus territory again. 1st and 10. Mack shoots a tunnel screen to Peacher. Gets a good block from Jarvis across midfield. Driving across the 40. Terrence makes a man miss. Tripped up at the 35. Blue Root bomb and a Golden Motors first down.
Tarpons first down.
You know, a lot of South Lafourche fans listening, watching, whatever, we're not going to be happy that this team's 4-6 and did not make the playoffs. My message would be, you got some dudes coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the all-time leader in receiving yards and touchdowns, and Mack and Meathead and Hughes, Jarvis. There's the snap. They'll throw it out to Petrie again. He's tripped up at the 31-yard line. You got 3 of your 5 offensive linemen back.
2-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 8.
Got some things to figure out on the defensive side if you're Big Blue, but boy, this should be a team that, at least on paper, should be able to score a bunch of points next year. It'll be 2nd and 8.
For the Bulldogs.
Ball in the middle of the field. Hughes in the backfield will get the handoff. Riding the blockers across the 30, dropped at the 28. Gain of about 4 for Dre.
Hughes will pick up a couple yards for the Tarpons.
Tarpons still having success moving the football.
E.D. White has forced a punt, and they have it inside the 10 again with 4:17 to go in that one. If E.D. White kicks even a field goal, you figure that one would be pretty much a wrap. 14-7 Cardinals. 3rd and 4 here for the Tarps. Ball in the middle of the field at the 28-yard line. Mack handed to Dardar. Nice surge across the 25. He's got a Golden Motors first down to the 23. So a good surge.
Behind the O-line for the Tarpons. First down.
Yeah, you just see Dardar running with more and more confidence every game.
And the thing that I like and that I trust is, like, he's one of those dudes that I know he's going to bust his butt in the offseason. I know he's going to come back and look like a refrigerator, like he's going to have a huge senior season. Hell, did a remote at Absolute Fitness. Who was working out?
Yeah.
Landon Dardar. Mack will keep it on the keeper, bouncing out the left tackle inside the 15. He's driving to the sticks, pick up about 12. That's a Golden Motors first down into the Absolute Fitness red zone.
Carter Poway, number 62, with a big lead block.
8:40 and counting. Here it is, all Lutcher. The Tarpons trying to drive another one into the end zone. South Lafourche has had good success running the football on this drive. See if they keep it on the ground or if BJ tries to put it in the air. On the left hash, 4 receiver set. Man in motion. Going to hand it to Dardar inside the 10. Just throws a guy off of him. Gets to the 5. Pick up of about 7. Good, strong, hard run from Dardar.
And you saw that. I said it last week. He has a nose for the goal line. And that's what you want in a running back.
Sawyer Wells.
I think they're going to keep feeding the ball. He deserves to get a touchdown right here.
It's 2nd and 2. Dardar has been busting his tail on this drive, 7:45 and counting. They're going to hand it to him again, and he's going to be near the goal line. He got a first down. He did not score, but he did get a Golden Motors first down to the 1. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And it's a Tarpon first down. 1st and goal on the 1-yard line.
Feels like election night with all these games we're following. CCA is going to beat Central Catholic of Morgan City. E.D. White's now at the 3-yard line with 3 minutes left, trying to go up 2 scores. Here the Tarpons are playing a 1st and goal from the 1. They hand it to Dardar, and he's in. That is a South Lafourche touchdown. Meathead punches it in. It's 49-12. Did Lutcher miss the last extra point that the scoreboard has 48. I thought he made it.
I lost track.
It's at 48, 49. It's Tarpons are going for 2. Mack will roll out to the right. Shoots it to the corner, and it is incomplete. Batted away from Dre Hughes and a flag.
Sportsmanlike on number 3.
Dre says that, that should be a flag. It's going to be after the conversion. Tarpons will be kicking it away. So while they figure all this out, let's take a 1-minute break. We'll tell you what the penalty was. It is 49-12 with 6:26 to go here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for over 30 years. Here at Chris's, we do the prep work so you can be the hero at your house. We have expanded to 4 locations and now serve home-cooked hot plate lunches at our new Highland location. It takes a lot of technology to keep us running. We use Rev Business and have all 4 of their services. If you have multiple locations, Rev is the perfect partner for your point of sale and telephone. Rev Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
All right, 49-12 the score. The 15-yard penalty was on Lutcher. So the Tarpons will kick off from the 45-yard
That's
line.
going to be an onside kick. See Coach Sanamo on the sideline. Going to kick it right to him.
See if the Tarpons could get under it. Serrano's kick. It is an onside kick, and it is going to roll on the ground. Lutcher gets on it. Tarpons had a shot at it, and it was, you're right, Brian, a very good kick. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lutcher. The clock will continue to run, 6 minutes and counting. I don't expect we'll see Jenkins back out there.
Jenkins recovered for the Bulldogs.
I think he's coming back in.
Is it 2?
They take over the
Yeah, it's not
27-yard
2.
No,
line.
so I'm going to miss 12 then. Nope.
14, the kicker. Delanouville with 10, Joseph. 5:30 and counting in running time. There won't be too many snaps left here. The Tarpons would love to throw him back and get off the field. Figure Joseph's going to probably get the carry here. Lutcher running this thing all the way down with the running time. It's a snap they handed to Joseph off right tackle. He's going to break a tackle, get outside. How far is he going to run? 40, 45, 50. Rest trying to tackle him. The Tarpons will shove him out of bounds. That's 32. Trent Goday, a big old gain, and he's deep into Tarpon territory.
Mylan
drop
Joseph
again.
on a big run for the Bulldogs. He's pushed out of bounds for number 32, Trent Golding.
Final score, Covenant Christian Academy 25, Central Catholic 7. CCA is 10-0 going into the postseason. See if they give it to Joseph again. I think they're going to give him a 20-second breather because there's still 20 seconds on the play clock. I think the only thing Lutcher's going to regret here is getting their linemen in the stance early. Because those guys are saying, hey, snap the ball, quarterback.
Oh, yes.
Now it's down to 5. They do hand it to Joseph again, bouncing outside. He's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage by a school of fish out there.
On a carry.
That was a nice play by the Tarpon defense.
Yep, rallying to the ball. 12 checking into the game is Arujo. 75 checking out. That is Jeremy. 2nd and 12, 3:48 and counting.
2-yard loss on the play, 2nd and 12.
The upstairs coaches for Lutcher have made their way back out onto the field. You see them mucking across in the end zone out there. Snap, they hand it to Joseph again. Darrell Jones hits him, and then the rest of the cavalry stacks him up. That's a tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. Good job by Big Blue. Darrell busted it up, and the rest of the cavalry came in.
That's a great job by Darrell.
Darrell Jones on the tackle.
Finishing off his senior season.
I hope, and I know that they got some really good defensive linemen in this district, so it's going to be an uphill climb. But I hope Darrell gets the respect that he deserves and gets a spot on the all-district team because he's played his butt off this year.
Yes, he has.
3:04 and counting. It'll be 3rd and 15 for Lutcher, who will finish the regular season at 9-0. They will get an opening round bye. They hand it to Joseph again, picking through the line. Yes, sir. Darrell Jones makes the tackle for loss, brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. He's just got a motor, man. He just does not stop. 2:37 and counting here.
4th down and long, what the Bulldogs will do here.
You know, it's crazy. This is going to end up being an under 2-hour ball game, middle school type ball game. The clock just never stopped in this one. Tarpons ran the ball effectively, had a lot of completions.
They'll call a timeout here.
Lutcher is the play clock down to 1, and they will call a timeout with 2:08 to go. We're going to keep it right here, or they might just take a delay a game. What are they doing? Why did they add 20 seconds to the play clock?
I'm not sure. That's a delay of game.
Yeah, well, Sal LaVouche is going to call a timeout now. BJ is like, hey, they're not going to just run the clock out with 2 minutes left. So BJ actually calls a timeout. I don't know why it was not a delay of game. The play clock went from 0 to 20 and just kept rolling.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You see some puzzling things every once in a while on these Friday nights.
It's Thursday.
Thursday nights. Brian, we got a big scoreboard update. Justin Payne magic. He did it again for the 2nd straight year. Nichols goes on the road and beats Tulane 65-63.
Wow.
2nd year in a row they do that. And Tulane has a great women's basketball program.
Yeah, they got a new coach. Lisa Stockton is retired.
Boy, that's a huge win for the Colonels. Congratulations to Coach Payne. 4th and a mile here for the Bulldogs. Let's see if the Tarpons can get up the field, but not before a 5-yard penalty. And with the clock stopped at 1:46, they're going to move the sticks forward 5, and it'll be 4th and about 11.
And they'll start the clock again so they can let about 20 more seconds run off of here.
BJ's just saying to himself, man, I want my offense to get the ball back one more time, doggone it. This is proving mission impossible right now.
They don't start the clock.
That's good. That's good. 4th and 11. Can the Tarpons get the stop? They try the hard count. They don't flinch. Now the clock is running. Tarpons showing some pressure. Brian, I don't think they're going to run another play. I think they're going to take delay of games until this game is over. Clock is going to stop. No flag. Timeout. No, they Lutcher call it timeout. But if the clock starts again, like they could literally not run another play.
Well, no, now with the timeout, it's going to start on the snap. It starts on the snap.
But South Lafourche's defense had just called a timeout and they rolled it.
Oh, it's for a running time. Yeah, my bad. Yes, you're correct.
Yeah, they in theory don't have to run another play. They can just keep doing this. And now BJ is not happy. He wants to keep playing. He's saying, hey, I got some seniors here that want to, get as many snaps as they can. And it does look like Lutcher is just kind of doing a delay tactic here to not play any more football. I would hope that our white hat here would say, well, let's delay a game on Lutcher. I would hope that he would say, hey, we're not going to roll this thing until you guys snap the ball. And I think that's actually maybe the message that's going to be delivered to Coach Jenkins here.
And in linebacker number 34, Caleb Ingram.
There's a delay of game. They will walk it off 5.
But he's calling it a dead ball delay of game.
And
they won't start.
Yeah, there you go. Now we've got it figured out. The clock will not roll. 4th and 16. All right, Lutcher's just standing at a standstill, rolling down the play clock when the game clock's not running. They're going to pitch it to the outside, look to cut up the field. They'll be stopped well short at the 23-yard line. So the Tarpons will get off the field. And BJ running his offense out there at 110 and counting. They're trying to get a couple of more snaps. I mean, I get it from both sides, right? Lutcher's going, have a bye week. They're trying to get out of here without playing any more ball. And BJ's saying, hey, I got some seniors that want to keep playing ball. So you certainly see both sides of the coin. Landon DeLotte is going to be in the ball game at tailback. I want to say he might be a senior.
He is, I believe so.
So it'd be great for him to get an opportunity. Tarpons are trying to get a snap off. They handed to 34 Ingram, trying to turn the corner. He's tripped up. No gain. Actually loses a few on the play. BJ directing traffic, trying to go 2-minute offense, trying to get another snap. 17 seconds to go. There's the snap. They'll hand it to DeLotte, and he'll be slung back for a loss, and that'll be the end of the ball game. So, Lutcher's going to get a 49-12 win against South Lafourche tonight. And that is all for tonight's ball game. But Luke, let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break. When we get back from the 2-minute break, Brian and I will wrap this one up and give our Gin Gators Power Player of the Game with the Bulldogs getting a big win here in Galliano on the Tarpons Sports Radio Network.